Non-stop coverage from the streets of Kolkata, where there's been a huge outpour, unexpected, unprecedented, huge number of students. The entire student fraternity has turned out onto the streets of Kolkata, joining Sudipto on your screens on his last journey en route to the crematorium. In a short while from now, his funeral rites will be performed at the Keratala crematorium in Kolkata. His body was kept, and a huge number of students, along with senior leaders of the left, also turning up at the left headquarters earlier in the day, just a short while ago, from where Sudipto undertook his last journey. Here is a reaction coming in from his father, who spoke earlier in the day.
বাবা হয়ে আমার যে কি অবস্থা হচ্ছে আমি ভাষায় পাচ্ছি না। আজকে 24 ঘন্টা হতে চললো, তাই না? আজকে আমার বয়স হলো 63-64তে পড়ব। আমার কর্মশক্তি আস্তে আস্তে কমে আসছে। আমার ছেলের আত্মা শান্তি হোক, ভগবানকে বলছি। আমার বয়স হয়েছে, আমি লড়াইতে নামবো যদি আপনারা সাহায্য করেন। আমি লড়াইতে নিশ্চয়ই নামবো। লড়াইতে নেমে আমাদের সংগঠন, আপনাদেরই সবার সংগঠন, সংগঠনে নিয়ে, সংগঠন না হলে কোনো কাজ হয় না। গল্প কথা বলতে তো কোনো কষ্ট হয় না। কেউ কি মরার জন্য কি ছুটে যায়? হ্যাঁ, তার বয়স অল্প ছিল, সে তো ম্যাচিওর হয়নি। 23-24 বছরে একটা ছেলে কতটা জানতে পারে।
A shocked father filled with remorse there, even as we are bringing you live visuals coming in from the Keratala crematorium, where Sudipto's body has just arrived. The cottage has just arrived, and their funeral rites will be conducted in just a short while from now. Meanwhile, the left has lashed out at the Trinamool for trying to accuse the left of trying to glean or eke out political mileage out of this tragic death. Take a listen to what Sitaram Yechuri had to say.
Can there be anything more cynical and ridiculous than this? Here is a young man, a youth, a bright spark of our country, being killed in such a brutal manner. And the state government is in denial, and it gets into a political one-upmanship. I mean, this is absolutely callous and inhuman. I mean, rather than actually condoling the death and promising the society of Kolkata and Bengal that such things will not happen or will not be allowed to happen in the future, and ordering a proper judicial inquiry to ensure that the guilty are punished. It is this sort of political one-upmanship that the government and the chief minister is playing. I think this is Indian politics will be reaching a nadir. I just don't have words to describe this. That here is the chief of a government who's in a state of complete denial.
Mr. Yechuri, but that's what the Trinamool is saying. It's an accident. It is history. It should not be made such a big deal out of, and that's what the left is trying to do, because it's effort to stand on its feet in Bengal again.
No, so if all that they're saying is true, let a judicial inquiry prove that and say so. Why are they afraid of that?
They say the CCTV shows it was an accident. There was no case of police brutality. That's the Trinamool's version.
If that is the case, let a judicial inquiry establish that and say so. If they are so confident, then why are they hesitating? They obviously have something to hide. And in order to hide that this is the sort of rhetoric that they are resorting to.
Should the Trinamool be worried about the number of students and the outpour on the streets of Kolkata today?
Naturally anybody should be worried, and more than worried, they should be concerned. There should be a sense of agony. It's not really scoring a political point. Here there is a sense of grief and agony and an outrage at how this can be done, how this sort of a thing can be allowed. And here is the government which denies. When people are saying that let's prove your denial, it refuses. What does all this show, except that it is just trying to conceal something? That what it is setting in motion is a state apparatus which will not allow even democratically accepted, constitutionally permitted rights of protest and dissent.